Hey there, strangers. It's time for the 2 p.m. PST Twitch stream. I can speak. And it's time to get back into some coding development. Well, in this case, it's more focused on art development at this stage. Trying to get all of my art assets done for the game, so I can eventually release it to the public. Obviously, there's still quite a lot left for me to work on, to do, so, um, and it's not exactly, you know, I'm not a foremost expert in this, so, I mean, obviously, there is some growing pains on this, but, I mean, we all have to kind of start from somewhere, so, now, uh, we're going to be continuing our development of the animation for the art assets. Um, well, I say continuing, but more more along the lines of we're going to actually start development um, for animating multiple different um, uh, saving and animating multiple art features. So it's going to be a kind of a grueling process, but um, especially for me being a programmer trying to do art. But I mean, I have to get it done. I have to wear this other hat, so to get this work done. So um, okay. Let's see. Looks like we are pretty much ready to go. So let's go ahead and switch it live. There we go. Okay, so um, last we left off, we were trying to get um, I was having a little bit of difficulty because the the assets that I've made, the say like this one right here, for example, the this square is supposed to be representing the 512 by 512, uh, and the um, the hex values was supposed to be so large that it covered up the majority of um, the block here. So I mean, you would have basically a space that is similar to something like this, and then of course you'd have interconnecting pieces to it all and all that kind of jazz, right? So um, the art asset was just kind of supposed to sit on top of it, so it wouldn't go outside of the borders of it, and we wouldn't have any um, major issues. Okay, one second. I do want to change. I'm gonna get some music going in my background here. You won't be able to hear it, I'm sorry. Um, but it allows for my headset to kind of remain um, available, I guess you might say. So, um, I would personally love to be able to kind of play music, but um, music industry isn't exactly keen on that. So, I await the day where um, oh, that's a little loud. I don't need it that loud. Okay. Um, it keeps my headset powered up because apparently the microphone doesn't count as audio for some reason. So it powers down. And apparently there isn't a fix for it, or at least I haven't found one. There might be one. I don't know. I just haven't found it yet. Um, so uh, last week the the art assets that I was kind of dealing with was so small that it was like, okay, why? you know, um, if if this square right here was supposed to be meant to be 512 and the tiles themselves are supposed to be 512, then why aren't we dealing with a scenario much along the lines of what you're seeing right here? But I don't really know. It's um, it wasn't I was having some difficulty with that. Now, um, I wasn't able to figure out a solution to that. I did add it to the problems here, but at the same time, as much as I can try to work on this over time and all that, um, I think this has more to do with the Unity side of things and not what I'm creating here. So if these art assets are here and they look like they're pretty much center um, within the 512 by 512, then I don't necessarily need to worry too much about um, I don't necessarily need to worry about the overall size or anything along those lines. At least not from this viewpoint. So, um, so obviously I got some some work to do, but in the meantime, um, so there is, I have four different, I guess, characters in this game. Well, five if you count the humans with the hunters and construction workers. So, and in any kind of game, I need to work on the animation for when they're idle, when they're not doing anything, when they're walking in each direction, which um, the um, I need to design it in such a way where um, so the hex tile is going to be looking like so. So I need to design it so that they are walking um, from from one end to another. So like if I do like two of these or something like that. Oops, actually, hold on. Try it. Let's do it this way. So like if I copy that and I paste another one, so now we have interconnecting tiles here, and then I could just go, okay, well, I need to get this guy to go from walking from here or down to here. So I need to kind of work on that kind of animation. So um, now it could just um, now I'm not gonna be needing to um, I don't need to move this guy around on this 512 by 512. It doesn't work that way. Okay. What I need to do is I need to kind of keep him fairly centered, and then change his positions and like move his arm, move his legs, move his eyes, maybe move his body in some fashion or another. Um, that indicates that he is going to be going in one particular direction or another. So, like for example, if he's moving to the left, I'm going to be moving in this direction. If he's moving to the right, then maybe I want to, um, move him in the other direction. See what I'm saying? So, um, but obviously um, there's a lot for me to do concerning, idle, walking. Now, swinging is is needed for every single tool and weapon, which and that's going to be tough on its own because now we're looking at um, not only do we have you know just like the default or whatnot, um, we have all of the um, the all of the tools, the weapons, and so on and so forth that will um, that I have to kind of replace each and every single time for each one of these swings. So got that to work on. Now running scared, don't really need to change. Well, I may. Do I want to go toolless and weaponless on that, or do I want to keep their tool on them? Hmm, pardon me. Sorry about that. That sneeze came out of nowhere. Alright, so, um, so I'm looking at 4 here, the running scared. Um, now, um, so, so let's kind of work on this, and let's kind of um, show what I need here. So, idle, I need at least 4 images to kind of represent a certain movement to it. I could get away with like 3 images, um, meaning that I can do, oh hell, I could probably just do 2 images, if I really wanted to. Meaning that I could do a we're moving the arm up, move the legs to where they just basically are on top of each other. You know, I can use this as like the first image of idle, and then I can do another image of idle. Okay, and then I could just kind of go back and forth between it. It's like doing a flip book. Um, Here, let me see if I can. Um, so Shane had a. Hmm. All right. Um, let's see. So let's let's say we have our man here. Okay. And um, I'm just going to create a um, a new image of it. See. Um, we're gonna do a slow animation speed. Um, I want to kind of take. Okay. Well, so if we do, something like this, ah, that's gonna be pretty terrible there. But if I do, like change the arm position, for example, if we flip between the two, then you're gonna have, a very basic animation. Now, if you do that for, you know, my said character, that gives a really basic movement look to them. You know, if you're just like moving the arm or moving the leg, then it gives a basic look of like a walking or idle or anything along those lines. So, hey there, um, Eric. I'll just call you Eric. How you doing there, bud? Welcome to the stream. So, um, so that's basically what I'm going to be needing to do. Now, um, if the reason why you typically do like about like 4 images, um, now bear in mind I'm not an artist, okay, but I mean I've had to study this, you know, when you're developing games, you know, unless you actually have artists on your team, um, you know, you're gonna need to learn how to do basic animations for the most part. Unless you want, unless you're just gonna have your characters completely um, stiff and just kind of walking around like this. I mean, you can do that if you wanted to, but even um, you look at, you know, super old games like Pac-Man, Super Mario Brothers, um, Legend of Zelda. You know, those sprites had basic animation to them. And more often than not, they had about like two, three, maybe four animations to them to kind of show their movement in some fashion or another. So, um, if you, oh, so let's go back to our little flip book here real quick. Um, so let's say, um, you know, I created a very basic um, image here. Okay, so let's create. Let's see, can I create? Actually, let's see. Is there any way for me to kind of start over? I don't know. I haven't used this before, so um, there we go. Okay, so let's say we have you're drawing your animation and um, you know you have your arms and like, but you know you might if you're depending on your art, you may have um, like you know, you might have kind of like two legs, but um, so but you need to kind of draw it in such a fashion where one leg is like visually in front of the other. Um, and that's not exactly ideal there. Um, let's see. Um, hmm, It's kind of difficult to draw with stick figures. Yeah, let's try um let's do like just the shoes. Okay. And then we're just kind of so I'm drawing like one right in front of the other, but what we want to do, let's see. Um, okay, so we're gonna kind of draw this one. Actually, hold on. Um, oh well, that's not that big of an eraser. Let's try this a little bit better here. Um, nope, no, I just want, no, damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of use the graph as a kind of a basis here. So we have our small shoe there, and we're gonna make a larger shoe. And that's not really that great. Okay. Okay. See, this is about 6, so I need to make it a little bit larger here. So we're gonna do like about 8, and be doing about 3, and then we need about like 4, just to kind of give that little perspective that you have 1 foot kind of closer to you, so it looks a little bit larger. Okay. So when you switch to the next version, we want to kind of take the copy here, which um, there isn't really any kind of copy here, unfortunately. So there's not much I can really do along those lines. Um, so we're just gonna kind of wing um, what I've kind of done before. So and so all right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna erase little bits of this here, and then we'll erase a little bit of that. Actually, hold on. What I want to do is erase a little bit of this. Alright, so this is a very basic kind of walking with 3D, obviously, um, with a kind of a different perspective. Now, it's not the best because you're only doing like 2 frames on this. So if I wanted to, I could add some like extra frames into it to kind of add to the overall animation. So, um, so let's see. If I go back here and I add, um, okay, I can like add a little bit extra into this. So I could I could do something along the lines of, um, oh, don't do that to me. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of take, um, we're gonna do something along this lines here. So we're gonna do slowly but surely kind of modify the animation here so that it's going to be going kind of a little bit more. So, um, let's see, I'm going to erase this. Okay, now we're going to add another frame. Okay, we're going to do this once more. We're going to be adding, a little bit more to this. Going to be kind of taking this. Now, as you can kind of see, the the foot here, you know, closest to you, is basically entirely swallowing up the foot behind. So I don't necessarily need to show the foot in the background anymore. I can just kind of, let's make sure that we got this fixed. All right. So, okay, so, we have the, let me kind of draw in our shoe here. All right. Um, so the original shoe is right here. So it would be starting out right about here. And it would kind of be behind the, you know, it would still be behind the shoe on the forefront. So, um, but we're seeing it again. It's popping right back out again. Okay. So, um, so now we're going to add another frame into here. Okay. And now we're going to do our large shoe. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Alright. Now we're getting closer to this last frame, but we're not there yet. So we are going to do one last do one last one, and we should be good. Alright. So, um, we have ourselves. Oh, and now that's a problem. So the the animation I kind of messed up a little bit on this because the position from the movement of the foot in the forefront hasn't matched up with where we were kind of thinking about here. So um, here let me kind of play it and now if um, let's see what I now if I can do. Let's see. Hmm. What I want to do is I want to move. Hmm. Okay. I can do. Let's see. Okay, let me try to make sure that I'm doing this correctly here. So, right. So, let's see. And we're going to copy that, paste that there, copy that, paste it there. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of see like a kind of a like a walking animation here. So, I mean, this is rudimentary, kind of. So, um, it shows the 3D of it all. Okay, and I'm kind of doing this in 12 frames, but um, this is kind of how you can kind of fudge the um, sprite uh, sprite movement. You know, um, nice little animation that they, a little animation program that they got here. Pretty nice. Um, Definitely something that you can kind of use if you're like kind of wanting to play around with like basic animations or whatnot, or if you actually you might be able to create something pretty decent out of it. So um, as you can kind of see, some people have kind of had some interesting animations. Um, so hmm, is does it show anything? Hmm, I don't know. Maybe it's not showing me the animations or whatnot. But I mean, you get an idea of what I'm trying to go for when it comes um, to what I need for all this. So um, seeing that I don't really have um, any depth to these characters, meaning that um, basically based off of what I just kind of shown you with a different perspective, you're not able to kind of see, a foot behind the other. You don't have that, you know, different like viewpoint of like one foot in front of the other. Um, the um, Seeing that I'm not really dealing with that too much on this, I don't necessarily need to worry too much about um, having like a cycle to kind of show too much of the walking for these characters. Okay, what I can just do is do, feet in, feet in, feet in, feet in, and that will kind of show a um, it will kind of show oh, a basic movement to it all. So say Legend of Zelda. Um, damn it. Legend of Zelda animation sprite. Um, see, we're gonna go with images here. I'm gonna try to find the very first one that they did. Hmm. Can I see? Can't really see this very well. I mean, this is good, kind of showing you the attack of it. There's no multiple attacks here. I mean, when you attack, in the original Legend of Zelda, it's just like the one strike. Okay, it's just doing the out and then you're done. There's nothing. Um, there's not a there's not like extra movements to kind of show that you're kind of moving. It's like out in. So, um, and that's been that kind of sprite look and feel to it for a while now. Um, or at least, back in the day. Obviously, they've changed things up a little bit since then. Adding more animation walks and um, a lot more movement and so on and so forth. So, um, but I'm just kind of showing you that um, what I'm looking to do right at the moment is just doing um, the very basic of it. Okay, um, I don't need to go super complex on these characters or anything along those lines. I don't need to make these assets be having so many different. Um, I don't need to create this kind of a detail to it. Or at least I don't. I don't. Well, I can, but that would mean that I would be taking a lot of my time trying to draw these assets that I really don't want to put into right at the moment. Okay. Um, maybe, uh, maybe if I do a second version of this, or I do like GGG 2 or something along those lines, then I may expand on what I already have and develop it a little bit more. But I'm not going to be. That's later down the road. Okay. Um, I'm in, I'm basically creating the very first Legend of Zelda, in of my own kind of thing. So, and seeing that I don't have my own special team of artists and musicians and you know coders and the like, I got to deal with what I get. So, so yeah. So we're just gonna be kind of doing basic walks here. Like, um, notice how uh, you have this kind of a walking animation. So like they basically swap between these two images when it comes to walking. So I could pretty much do the exact same thing and it would still look like a basic walk animation to it. Okay. So I could do two images there. Um, we're we only really need to do two images uh, per direction. So a total of four images really. So um, just have one image facing one way and then flip it and I'll be able to do um, I can save it for another direction. And I can just have those be the animations for um, going left and right. Okay, and seeing that the um, the tiles themselves are in such a fashion where I can go three different directions facing the same way. I won't need to worry too much about. Um, I won't necessarily need to worry about, oh, I need to kind of be facing in a particular direction. Now I could change this to try to handle like, hey, this guy is kind of walking to the upper left. This guy could be walking to the upper right, lower left, lower right, left and right. I could have him go and change his direction in some fashion or another that makes it look like um, uh, he's moving from like one spot to the other. But I don't necessarily need to worry too much about that. Again, I could probably do that in like GGG2 or something like that if I really wanted to. But I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Same thing with swinging. Okay. Um, I can just do, two images, one up here, one down here. So just kind of having them just kind of keep on, doing like a robotic swing to do that. Now, seeing that this is for the worker and I have like multiple tools. Let's see. Um, we're looking at 5 different tools. So, so two images per tool. 5 tools. So total of 10 images. So hmm, there's a problem. There's a problem. So I've um I designed this in a fashion where the eyes change, and there's four um, four eyes on this. Um, so let's see. Okay. So we're gonna kind of look at the eyes by themselves a little bit here. So we have, one set. Right. So let's say, this is the first image. This is going to be the second. That's the third. That's the fourth. Now, I want to try to do this, but here's the problem. Actually, is it a problem? If I do, no, there isn't a problem. So if I do these 4 images, and I keep them rotating, so this one to that one to that one to that one back up to here, I basically have a constant looping animation to it. Problem is that I need 4 images to actually be able to do that. So at minimum 4 images. I'm going to need to do the exact same thing for the walking. And I'm going to need to do that for swinging, for running scared, and for carrying resources back. Same with the, um, same with what we got down here. Idle. Um, this is more, this is 8 images now. So let's see. Now this one isn't as bad, but I mean this is just kind of showing you um, this is kind of showing you what is going to be kind of needed here. Uh, so instead of 4 tools, we have 3 weapons. Per weapon. So that would be 12 images. Um, we're gonna do 4 images there. And that should be good for the most part. Um, don't know if I really want to do the whole no ammo or anything along those lines. Probably not going to be needing that all that much, but maybe have the hunters kind of go back if they're low on health. But I can just kind of use the walk-in animation for that. So um, I'm not really that concerned about it. But I mean, this is just for the humans at this point. Okay. Um, so let me kind of count them all down. So um, we have 12 there plus 8. That's 20 plus another 20. That's a total of 40 images. You know, just for the the construction worker that I need to take care of. For uh, for the warriors, don't need 40, but we still need 28. You know, 4 images there, 4 images there, 12 images there, and 8 images there. Um, Now, thankfully, I don't need to worry too much about the um, like the ghost or anything along those lines. Um, to be honest, I don't really know if I really need to do any major animations for them anyway. Hmm, not sure. Um, I might need just like a minimum amount for that. So, um, I doubt that I'm going to be needing um, for the ghost. I don't think I'm going to be needing um, a ton of um, different images for them. Um, I might just need 2 for like the idle. Um, for the ghouls per direction, 2 images per direction, so same with the goblin. Maybe. I might need the exact same thing for carrying humans back to base because it's just basically doing the walking animation just with a human. Same with the carrying trap to the location. You know, um, I don't necessarily need to worry too much about too much movement on that. So, um, you know, same with the attacking the hunters or having the hunter that kind of attacks. So, um, I'm not expecting a ton here, but I mean, just kind of look at all this, and you're looking at 18 images. That's per ghoul and goblin. No, I need to use the restroom here, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. Alright. So, uh, see, with the ghost image, I don't know if I really need to do too much on like different images. Like for the goblin, I have like two images, but I might not need that much for the ghost. I might just need like one image. It's not. I might not need to move it around all that much. But then again, maybe I will need to kind of move it. Um, Not really sure. The moving directions, moving in two different directions, though. I mean, it might be just as simple as, you know, uh, we just might need to just kind of do this, for example. Um, you know, I may need like two images for like attacking them. So I may need like about four images there. Um, so we're looking at about 12 separate images for the ghost itself. Okay, so there's some work to be done on this. Now I can um, with a copy and paste, I can do fairly quick work of this, and the fact that I can flip, I can mirror the image, it makes my life a little bit easier. But I'm still going to be needing to work on said animations. So, so needless to say, I got my work cut out for me on this. Hmm. All right. So, let's see. I don't really need those there. All right. So, um, okay. So, what we're gonna be needing to do is copy the eyes over. No. All right. Okay. Let's see. Trying to think of how to kind of go about doing this a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Save. Save as. Save as. Save as. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now that I have this kind of saved as as kind of a first image, I don't need the rest of these eyes. You know, I have the basic of what I need on this, so I can just kind of remove that, save that, and this is our human idol one. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open up the human idol 2. So we don't need those eyes. Um, well, we're gonna get rid of these eyes as well. Or actually, hold on. Let me open up the other idols. So I make sure that I'm keeping um, the eyes in the right kind of sequence. So um, for example, this these eyes have already been done, so we don't need to worry about that. These eyes are going to be image number 2, so for 3, those are going to be done. And then for 4, those 2 are done for the first 2. This one's going to be done for the 3rd. So we're going to be leaving that to swap out with those. So everything else, we can take out the last set of eyes here because we don't really need them for what we got. Now, the problem that I'm going to be having right now is that, you know, the eyes there have increased in size, whereas these have not. So I'm going to need to, when I swap these out, I'm going to need to hope that they keep the original size from where they originally swapped from. I'm hoping. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna need to figure out some way of like copying the size of them or whatnot. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired today. I only got about like 4 hours of sleep, so I'm trying to stay awake. um, so, now I swapped out groups before. Oh wait. Alright, so I'm gonna need to ungroup this. Yeah. Ungroup that. Hmm. There we go. So now I have both of the eyes. So now I need to swap them around. Um, hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Let's. I did it once before, but I don't remember exactly how I did. Um, Swap objects. Right. Okay. So I want to do that. Hmm. Okay, so that worked how I want it to work, but the size kind of stayed the same. So I need to figure out how I can kind of match these two sizes. I try to get it to kind of um, see if I can get both of them to kind of match. Um, hmm. Okay. Let's see. Match size. Hmm. One object that already has the size you want, copy it, and select the other objects that you want to have the same size. Aha, okay. So, okay, hold on. So if I take that, copy, um, let's see, edit, paste size separately. Okay. So if we do that, let's move that over a little bit. Edit, paste size separately. There we go. So now if we do that and swap them, then we'll take that and that and swap those. And there we go. Awesome. Cool beans. All right. I still need to modify the body. I mean, I don't necessarily want just the eyes kind of moving. I still kind of want the body to move a little bit. So now I could just have the body kind of go up one and then, go back to its original position, meaning, um, much like the feet, I could just have them kind of go, you know, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, kind of thing. So, um, so I can kind of work it that way if I really wanted to. I could do something along the lines of down, medium, up, medium, and then it goes back to down on the first image. So down, medium, up, down, medium, or, down, medium, up, medium, down, medium, up, medium, down, so on and so forth. So I could do that. Um, hmm. Okay, let's see. Need to ungroup all these again. There we go. Copy. Edit. Paste size separately. That. Copy. Edit. Paste size separately. There we go. Now take that. Select that. Swap. That. Swap. Now we can get rid of those. Let's see. Go ahead and group all these together for now. Save that. Alright. So ungroup, ungroup, ungroup. Just copy, select, paste size separately. Copy, edit, paste size separately. There we go. Now Okay. There we go. Okay. So now we have um, now we have everything, and now we have the eyes moving. But we need to. I don't want just the eyes moving. I want the body to kind of move as well, during this idle. So, um, so do I want to have, um, right now they are the same size. I haven't changed their positions or anything along those lines. So, I mean, if I do the center for it all, then it doesn't change based off of what I have right at the moment. So I don't need to worry too much about that. Okay. So these are all same size, no real change to them. But I gotta be careful here because um, I don't necessarily want to cause any kind of like major problems with the item animation either. So um, so let's go ahead and do the ungroup there. Now, what I'm planning on doing is just kind of leaving the legs in their original position, but that means that I need to select all of our different um, positions there and group that. Whoops, that didn't work out nearly as much as I wanted it to. So apparently the mouth, nose, eyes, hair, and the head. So, alright, so if I take this and kind of go wee, then obviously I'm missing legs, right? So, um, now if I'm just kind of add a little bit of idle to this, then what I want to do is I just want to maybe increase, just move the movement up a little bit. But let's see. Let's see if I do. I have an idea. I have an idea. So right now my body is, fairly middle-ish. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing up for image 2 here. We'll leave human idol 3 the same in its position. So we don't necessarily need to worry about that. And then for image 4, we'll move the body down further. So 1 and 3 has the same positions when it comes to the body. We're just kind of have the, up, in 2 and the low in 4. So I take this. Oh, actually, hold on. So this is around 24.5. Okay. So okay. That was what's going on here? That was weird. Okay. So let's see if I put this at 25. There we go. So if I save that, now we have this guy at, fairly tall, right? So, um, so we're good with 1. We're good with 2. We don't need to change 3 at all. Same body position is fine there. So we'll just go ahead and save that, and close that out. And now we're going to modify this this one to handle. Okay. So, right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move this. Actually, hold on. We're going to increase this by a little bit. So, let's go a little bit lower here. There we go. I'm using the numerical versions here on this because I don't want to manually try to modify it because I might change the side to side of it. I may kind of move it to the left or right, and I don't want that to happen. This is supposed to be kind of an idle where they're just kind of moving up and down a little bit. So I don't need to worry too much about like a side to side kind of movement at all. Hmm. I'm kind of wondering about something now. Um, so I'm a little I'm a little worried about this because I might have some difficulty kind of coding this out correctly or not. So I'm gonna be um, I might be adding myself a little bit more complexity than I really need to. But right now these guys are in idle and they're facing to the left. Okay. Well, what happens if they're if they're moving, they just got done moving to the right. Okay, and they're just kind of waiting for some additional orders. Do they turn back to the left and just kind of idle, or do they idle to the right? I don't know. I don't know, and that's kind of what's throwing me off about this a little bit. Do I want to have these guys kind of um, just idle in to the left, or do I want it to Or do I want them to have an idle for both kind of facing directions? Ideally, um, I'll want to have these guys um, facing in the direction that they just kind of got done walking or spawning in or whatnot. Um, hmm, right. Yes. These weren't grouped together, so yeah, it didn't really change anything there. So, oh yeah, let's see. I think we are good here. Don't really know if I really want to do the facing in different directions. So, hmm. Okay, so oh wait, the warrior has even more of them because I just did images for one weapon. So this is more along the lines of that. So I'm missing about 8 images here, so that is 36. Okay. Um, okay, so Hmm. Okay. Okay. Gonna be doing some changes to this a little bit. I'm gonna be renaming these a little bit more here. So, alright, so let's see. We're gonna save as human idle war spoon. So we're gonna do save that. See, save as 1, 2. Hmm. Save as. Oop, spoon 3. And spoon 4. Alright. I'm doing this a little bit this way because I can now kind of go back to the um I can kind of go back to the original idols and kind of swap them out for kind of what I'm in need of. So the positions of everybody have kind of remained the same. So the idols, um, here let me show you what I'm talking about. So right now we have the idols for the war spoon, the warriors with the spoons, and we're gonna go and open up you know, these files up again. And now we're going to go to our prototype here, and we're going to take out, we're going to grab a holy book here. We're going to go back to our first idle. Escape encountered an internal error and will close now. Of course it will. Damn. Okay. Okay. Human idle. Going to open up the prototype. We're going to grab the holy book here, put it over there. Now, we're going to take this guy. Let's see. So I'm going to save this as or spoon 1, but instead of spoon, we're going to do book. So now we go here, we ungroup this guy, take the spoon, and remove it. Take this. Let's see. It's not really that large. Here, hold on. Make it proportional here. Let's see. Hmm. Let's go with that. But I'm going to take the book there, and we're going to kind of move it back over here. Yes, this is a little too small. I'm probably going to need to do the exact same thing with the proton pack here, so. But we can take that, and then we can select all of it. We'll group it all together, and then we'll go ahead and save that. So now we can open up two, three, and then four. Okay, now we're going to take the book here, copy you, paste, save as, two, save. Three, save as, 3. And save as or book. Alright. Now we're just going to go ahead and let's see. Guys, yeah, not quite the same, but I gotta be careful with this because I don't want the position of the book to be changing too much either. I mean, the body is moving, sure, but the book should be the book shouldn't necessarily be kind of glitching out in kind of like different positions or anything along those lines. Okay, we don't necessarily want that to happen either. So we need to ungroup that. All right, so width is fine. Okay. Hmm. See, if I do something like 82.5, the the hand is slightly off from before. Um, hmm. There we go. Now, now you might be wondering, well, Jim, what are you doing here? What's going on? Okay, if you're kind of curious, as you know, I got the position that I want. Now, you might be wondering, well, what exact, how exactly do you mean? You know, because um, um, you know, how are you able to kind of justify it? Well, the position of the body for um, you know, for this particular idle, you know, I moved the position of the body up by 1.5, and the exact opposite with going down. So I know that I can move the book 1.5 in those different directions to kind of match with where the body is. See, the arm doesn't really move, so I just need to make sure that the book itself is kind of going in that same amount of units in that particular direction. So, and we can get rid of this, and there we go. Alright, this should be good. Alright. Number 3 is in the same exact kind of position as the first one, so okay. Okay, so we have that. One. 2.5. There we go. Okay. Group that all together. Save that. Close that out. I'm tired. Alright, let's see. Okay, if we do 84, and we back it up by 1. Hmm. No, that should be okay. Group that all together, save that. There we go. don't want to fall asleep in the middle of the stream, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty with it, trying to control that right at the moment. But okay. Okay, so we have, let's see, we now have, just, just a regular idle. We have idle for the books with the eye spinning and the movement of the body. We have all the 4 animations for the spoon with the eye spinning and the movement of the body. And then, of course, we got the prototype out of it all. So we just need to do the one more. So I've been open the idles. All right. Let's see. Now we want to get the proton pack there. Oh, it crashed again. God damn it. Okay. Sorry, folks. I'm fading on you. I apologize on that. 4 hours of sleep is not enough. Excuse me. Mm. So I think we're gonna go ahead and close this down here. I know it's fairly early. Um, but I mean I've done this in the past before, so and it's not anything new. You guys haven't really, you know, it's not the first time that I've kind of closed down early because of lack of sleep. So, and it probably won't be the last, to be honest. So, um, just I want to make sure that I have all of my faculties to kind of keep on moving forward on this. So, um, yes, save as. Um, let's just do. Okay. Save as. Can I at least put the guns in here at least? There we go. Alright, I'm fading out. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it down here, folks. I know I'm closing it down early, but if I'm falling asleep right now, um, you know, um, the possibility of me actually falling asleep during the rest of the stream becomes a higher possibility. Um, Apologies on that. I wanted to get more through this, but um, we are getting a little bit closer on this, so um, you know um, you know we're about ready to finish this off. So, but I mean it just kind of shows what um what potentially I'm gonna have to kind of face and deal with. So just kind of want to show you what I'm going to be kind of working on for a little while. So um, I'm not I'm not going to like mark off any of these per se on this just yet because I'm not done with them all. I'm not done with any of these. I'm not done with any of these. So, because, well, the, well, I could say, well, hey, Jim, you have a human idol here. Why not, um, close just regular idle? Well, problem is that this is idle for the weapon spoon or anything along those lines, which I mean, I'm gonna need to keep um, I'm gonna need to kind of keep that for that specific weapon. Um, but if, but I can't use it for in general. And even then, I can't use it for the construction worker because the body is different. So we got some work to do. So, but we're gonna go ahead and save that for next time. Apologies again for closing things down a little early. Um, so, but I mean, you could probably tell that I'm kind of slowing down and probably repeating myself a little too much right at the moment. Um, so just to let you know that these videos will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out if you'd like. I got a link down below on my Twitch channel for that. I also have links to my Discord, my Patreon, and my Twitter account down below. Um, so you can check those out if you'd like. Um, let's see. I have a schedule down below of everything that I'm currently doing, so check that out when you want to on my Twitch channel for an update as to what I'm currently doing or playing on a specific day. And then, of course, I also have the schedule where I stream daily from 2 to 6 p.m. Normally, closing down it early right now. It's currently around 4:30 in the afternoon. So I may just kind of like take myself a nap, take a nap or not, something like that. So, um, but um, but if you come on back here during those times, you'll most likely find me playing a game or doing these coding, well, today's art, but, um, you know, um, these game production days on Sundays. Um, so you can kind of check that out if you'd like. Um, tomorrow on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday is the Warframe playthrough. And Wednesday is going to be a continuation of my FTL playthrough. Um, we're working on the cable so that I can eventually go back into World of Warships. But for now, we're holding off on that. So, but that is what we're going to do for now. That's where I'm going to go ahead and stop it. So, thank you very much for watching there, folks. I appreciate it. Um, hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, another day. That's perfectly fine. If you want to chat with me, feel free to. If you just want to lurk, that's fine too. So either one is perfectly fine for me. So hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, my name's Jim. Uh, so take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you strangers next time.